The best way to get rid of your enemies is to make them your friends with the love God showed you while you were still his enemy. Welcome to the Morning Watch Prayercast. This is Stormy Tuesday here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, June 23rd. And once again, we're at the essential features of the Christian character. This is part 34. From the Sermon on the Mount, we are dealing with the tough task found in Matthew chapter 5, verses 43 through 48, of loving our enemy. To do so, this passage tells us one of the things we must apply is a blessing. It says, bless them, to do good for them, and to pray for them. But how in the world can we bless our enemies? Peter gives us an idea in 1 Peter 3, 8 through 12. This is our focus passage for today. Finally, all of you, be of one mind, having compassion for one another. Love as brothers. Be tender-hearted, be courteous, not returning evil for evil or reviling for reviling, but on the contrary, blessings, knowing that you were called to this, that you may inherit a blessing. For he who would love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil, and his lips from speaking deceit. Let him turn away from evil and do good. Let him speak peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil. I want you to bear with me just for a moment while I read the same passage from a paraphrase. Last of all, you must share the same thoughts and the same feelings. Love each other with a kind heart and with a mind that has no pride. When someone does something bad to you, do not do the same thing to them. When someone talks about you, do not talk about them. Instead, pray that good will come to them. You were called to do this, so you might receive good things from God. For if you want joy in your life and to have happy days, keep your tongue from saying bad things and your lips from talking bad about others. Turn away from what is sin, do what is good, look for peace, and go after it. The Lord watches over those who are right with him. He hears their prayers, but the Lord is against those who seek to do evil. Again, we have this sacred element, love. When it is applied, we know already that it never fails. One of the great enemies of love is self-centered pride. Stop and think about that for a second. What else will keep you from blessing your tormentor? Solomon teaches us that from pride comes nothing but discord, disgrace, and destruction. Pride actually ministers to our ego. Solomon gives us hope when he says, a man's pride will bring him low, but the humble in spirit will retain honor. That's Proverbs 29:23. We are also reminded to be careful of verbal insults. In keeping away from this, we have a smile on our faces. Finally, the action of our blessings. To do what is good in the promotion of peace. I found this last night while I was reading through some material. The purpose of God's blessing is to enable you to be a great channel of blessings to others. If you have nothing, there's nothing you can do for anyone else. But if you have a little, you can help a little. But if you have plenty, there is a whole lot you can do. When you are blessed, you build a mighty foundation from which to impact others. You are blessed to be a blessing. Brother Brian Houston says that. Let me add to Brother Houston's comment. The Philippians church learned this and received a blessing from Paul when he said, "And my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in Jesus Christ." Here is a practical application. To be a blessing to those you know is good. Blessing someone you don't know is better. But blessing an enemy, you actually imitate Christ. Now you think about that. Lord, we may not have silver and gold, but we have the blessing of love. That is the blessing of Christ. And better yet, we also have the blessing of the gospel of Christ. And when it is received, it is a gift that will keep on giving. Amen. And shalom, beloved.